Oh, hey, Professor, about the paper... Wait, you're not our usual professor.
Nope, that's right. It's me, Professor Mikey All-Star here, today with Culinary. Oh yeah, your professor was sick today and was not kidnapped for just one single day so I could teach this class. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I know you've learned a lot of advanced recipes, like macaroni and cheese, and, Pringles, but today, we're gonna be learning how to cook one of the hardest dishes ever, really. That is, of course, spaghetti. Now, there's a few things to consider before we get into the spaghetti making business. So, of course, my name is Professor Mikey All-Star, and I figured we'd start off with the history of spaghetti. So, it all started with Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 4, Episode 7, which of course is entitled Holy Spaghetti. It's alright, you can look it up, trust me, that is the episode title. So, in Holy Spaghetti, the crew has to make spaghetti. And that's, of course, started the fad of making spaghetti. Yeah, no one ate spaghetti before this, but when this episode premiered, everyone was like, wow, that episode was great, let's make some spaghetti. Alright, now here's something important to consider, the anatomy of spaghetti. So right here, you've got your pot, that's where you put the spaghetti. You've got the spaghetti, which is what you use to make spaghetti. And inside the spaghetti, you can see those spaghetti molecules right there. We cut a spaghetti in half, and inside, that's what it looks like. It looks like more spaghetti. Can you believe that? So what is spaghetti made of? Well, it's made of this substance called spaghettini, which was discovered by the great Spaghettini himself, which is pretty awesome. It's like the 35th element on the periodic table, which is pretty cool. Then we have the sauce. Now, what is spaghetti sauce made out of? Some people say tomatoes, some people say tomatoes. I say it's made of spaghetti sauce. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So what's inside the spaghetti sauce is sauce molecules called saucelinis. That's right, we got a lot of saucelinis in there. The isosceles triangle formula was actually created from the saucelinis, from when he spaghetti, the guy that made the isosceles formula studied spaghetti sauce, and he's like, wow, this kind of reminds me of triangles, so he made the triangle that thing. So anyways, now that you are an expert on spaghetti, let's go ahead and make some spaghetti too. Alright, now here are our ingredients. We've of course got the pots, we've got the spaghetti. Now I could only afford one spaghetti noodle, so that's what we got right here. That is one spaghetti noodle. And then we've got Mikey's secret spaghetti sauce. You can buy it right now, actually, on MikeyAllstar.com. Alright, so, here's the thing. In order to make spaghetti, we've got to first start by putting some water in the pot, which is pretty darn easy. All you have to do is get some water and you put it in the pot, and then you have the water inside of the pot. It's pretty hard, but it's also very easy too. But here's the thing, if you want to make like a special spaghetti, what you really want to do is add Sprite into the pot, and then you put the noodles in. There you go, yep. Remember that for at home, guys. Alright, so we've got the Sprite inside of there. Now let's go ahead and put the noodle in. Now in order to put the noodle in the pot, you want to make sure that the noodle is inside of the pot when you put it in there. So there we go, so the noodle is inside the pot. It's alright if it sticks out a little bit, that's perfectly fine, you know, it's still gonna get wet and stuff, so eventually it'll be all floppy and whatnot, like a noodle. So there we go, the noodle is in the pot. You just have to put it on for like, 3 to 5, months or so. It takes a while. Now I know this recipe takes a while to make, but it's worth it, trust me. So 3 to 5 months later, we'll have some pretty good pasta. So let's go ahead and wait right there, shall we? Okay, it's about 3 to 5 months. Let's go ahead and dump that out. So you gotta get the noodle out of there. So what you do is you dump the pot on the table. All of the water and Sprite or whatever you put in there will be all over the place, but the noodle will be out, so that's what's important. There we go, now that the floor and some of the ceiling is completely drenched, we can go ahead and add the sauce. Now the important thing to remember when adding sauce to spaghetti is that you want to put the spaghetti sauce on the spaghetti, right? Exactly. Now some people say that the spaghetti is only as good as its sauce. Now I say that the spaghetti sauce is only good as the sauce that's made for the spaghetti. Right? Alright, so we're going to put the spaghetti sauce on very carefully. Here, watch this technique. There we go, the sauce is now on the spaghetti. It's also on the floor too, but hey, remember, good cooking is good when some of the stuff gets on the floor, because then you know you're having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Let's take a look at this final product of the spaghetti. Now that's what it's supposed to look like, and here's what it actually looks like. See? Pretty close. Alright, well, I hope you have learned a lot about making spaghetti. Remember, there's going to be a test on this tomorrow, and I'm sure you'll all pass, because this is exactly how you make spaghetti. Alright, well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you. Sir, we still have 50 minutes left. No, that's it. That's the end of class.